Okay. So tell me when you hear me good.
It's okay. Yeah.
Okay. The way the first 5 lessons are built is that I'm going to forward you all the material. I highly recommend you print it out, you hang it on your wall in front of your work desk, wherever you sit when you take the lessons, hang it in front of your eyes so you can see that. You can also hang it in other places in the house, put it on the refrigerator. I want you to be surrounded with it. I want your eyes to constantly fall on the words, to see that multiple times a day so it sinks into the back of your brain. That's going to help a lot anchoring the information with very minimal effort. So we're going to start with the absolute baseline because just like everything else in life, you have to have a good foundation in order to be able to build something big and solid on it. So it doesn't matter how much Spanish you think you know at this point, it's always good to have a firm, even base. So let's start. Number one is knowing how to say I, you, he, she, it, all the persons by heart. I don't want you to get stalled on that because every time you forget or you're not sure how to say they or we, it takes away a few seconds from your response time, and those seconds add up later on during the conversation. So make sure you know how to say I, you, he, she, it just as fast as you know how to say them in English. Make them part of you. For that purpose, you can put hang on the wall the prenote with all the names of the persons. If you literally look at it every day for 2 weeks, you will get it. I guarantee that. Next is knowing how to say am, is, and are. So in English, it goes I am, you are, we are, she is, he is. So this is a really big part of what we're saying. You want to know them. In Spanish, you have 2 options for each. So you also have a third printout that it's a table and explains the difference between soy and estoy. In a nutshell, Spanish gives you 2 options every time you think how to say is or are or am. You actually have 2 options for each word in Spanish. The choice comes down to whether you're speaking about a fixed quality or a temporary position or location. A fixed quality is the essence, being I am Judith, you are David, she is Maria. So being a man, being a woman, being someone's daughter, someone's sister, someone's husband, someone's father. So that is a fixed quality. It's not going to change. Being American, being Canadian, I am Mexican, she is Italian. Who you are, where you're from is a fixed quality. It's not going to change. You're either American or Japanese, either or. So those type of things, when you say that about yourself or your husband or somebody else, that's a fixed quality. On the contrary to that, you have temporary location of position. That means I'm at the gym, I'm going to work, I'm on my way back, I'm at the backyard, I'm at the pool, I'm in the kitchen, I'm sleeping, I'm showering, I'm hungry, I'm sick, I'm tired, I'm sweaty. Temporary. These are temporary situations. So it's at a temporary location, I'm at the parking lot, I'm in the restaurant, I'm in the kitchen, or it's a temporary position, like an emotional state. I'm pregnant, that's temporary. I'm sick, that's temporary. I'm seasick, I'm hungry, I'm sweaty, I'm tired, I'm cold. Those are all temporary situations. So it's a little bit of work for you because you're actually dealing with about 7 new words you're going to have to remember. I highly recommend you memorize them. The end goal in Spanish is that you actually have 37 different words across all the 3 types, future, past, and present, and across all the 3 different ones, am, is, and are. Those 3 things in English are actually 37 new words in Spanish. So at some point in the game, you want to know them all. The best way to go about it is to break it down to smaller segments. So we start with the present, how to say am, is, or are in the present time. Take a Post-it, write no more than 2 words, literally only 2 words on a Post-it. I am equals soy and estoy. You are equals eres and estás. Put that Post-it somewhere you can see it, above your bed, on the fridge, somewhere you can see it multiple times a day. Take a second Post-it and put another 2 words. Don't overwhelm yourself. So make it 2 words on a Post-it, no more than 2 Post-its. Put it in different sides of the house. Make sure you look at it every day, as many times a day as possible for about 7 or 8 days. After 8 days, you can replace the posties with new words. That is a very sneaky, easy, low-maintenance way to make information anchor into your brain with very minimal active effort. Try that and see if it works for you. Okay? So the things you really need to memorize, and again, you have to memorize them because just like as if you were teaching me English, I could not efficiently speak the English language without knowing by heart how to say am, is, are, she, we, they, going to, and was, were, etc. That's the foundation of the language, so you want to know those. So you got your work cut out for you now, and these are the things you want to focus on during the first week. It's a very simple, relatively easy task. Like, I break it down to really small pieces. Do not overwhelm yourself. I know it sounds easy, just get it done. Build those wins up for yourself. The next step, if you're a really fast learner, the next step, you're going to start learning some connective words. How to say if, but, then, about, however, later, before, after. You have a document called connective words and glue words. Do the same thing, print it out, tape it on your wall, look at it multiple times a day. Write 1 or 2 words on a Post-it, break it down in small segments, hang those Post-its somewhere you can see them. Do not overwhelm your house. And all this vocabulary I sent you in the beginner's kit, at the end of 3 or 4 weeks from now, you want to know all of it by heart, because that's going to be the material you work with. I'll see you in the next lesson.
Okay.